Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with these Mechabellum 1v1 replays, and once again, a little bit of a different battle this time. Now, I went for a little bit of a fake. So I've gone for Rhino reinforcements, but I don't actually intend on maining with the Rhino. It's there as a decoy to try and get the opponent to counter the Rhino, basically. So I'm hoping that if I can use the Rhino as a fake, it will make him make decisions that he wouldn't normally want to make. That's the plan, anyway. And you will see something else that comes up very soon, which is also going to be a fake as well. So I'm basically going for a double fake to hide what my actual intentions are. So, like I say, we've got Rhino reinforcements and Fangs and Phoenixes, and then I've added in a Sniper to try and help deal with these Sledgehammers. Sledgehammers are a very tanky unit, which you would expect from a tank. So yeah, we're not going to have a very good start on this battle. It's quite challenging to deal with Sledgehammers early on. So, we've got heavy arc lights as an option here. Now, I'm not a massive fan of heavy arc lights, but they have got some purpose to them. If you're using them as a tank, then they are pretty decent. But I don't like to use arc lights as a tank. I prefer to use them as a long range splash damage dealer. So I decided to skip because I have a particular goal in mind, and arc lights aren't part of that goal. So this is the goal. I'm doubling up on the Phoenixes. So what I'm hoping is they're gonna see that I've got Rhinos coming in, and they're gonna try and commit to defending the Rhino. And most of the units that you use to defend against the Rhino are not very good against the Phoenix. So taking Rhino and Phoenix is usually a good combination. But unfortunately we lost our tower. But our Phoenixes are closing on their tower. So it's looking like, yeah, we've got this. They haven't got any anti-air left. It looks like we've just managed to stop them crawlers from taking out the other tower. And here comes the first part of the fake. And what can you see here? The heavy hacker. So yeah, I had definitely not intended on using the heavy hacker or any hackers whatsoever. But I see heavy hacker and I find it so hard to pass up. So once again, I decided to go for the heavy hacker, and this time I'm using it as a fake. I don't intend on actually using the hacker. it is there just to try and get the opponent to commit something to deal with it, basically. So I'm putting the hacker and the rhino up front to make it look like that is where my focus is. But my real focus is a phoenix build. So the hacker and the rhino just bait, basically. So I'm putting phoenixes up in the corner here, and I will be putting some up in that corner as well. So I'm going for a full phoenix build, basically. Everything else is just sleight of hand, misdirection. So I try my best to try and sneak the rhino through the gap, but the crawlers come to the rescue. But it looks like it's close. We actually managed to steal an arclight, and our phoenixes survived and managed to take out a tower. So having that hacker and rhino on the front line here let this phoenix get in and take the tower out. So although they aren't really a part of the strategy, they are playing their role nonetheless. So one of the best call-in abilities, or I don't know whether call-in is the right word, but one of the best offensive abilities is this lightning storm. But it costs 300 supply, and obviously it's got a cooldown of 4 rounds, which means that you can't use it for 5 rounds basically. So yeah, it's a lot of money, 300 supply just for one turn, but he's only got like 1996 health left. So I want to go for a quick kill. Oh, he doesn't actually have electromagnetic shot on his snipers. But if you delay the kill, if you don't try and finish the battle quickly when you're going for a phoenix build, then you nearly always get overwhelmed by numbers. So going for this call-in is basically just trying to finish the battle as fast as possible. So I haven't added any upgrades to the hacker or the rhino. I actually managed to steal the arclight again, that's amazing. So yeah, I haven't added any abilities to these two units because they're just there as a fake. And we are maining in phoenixes. So all of our points are going into phoenixes and call-in abilities. So we've knocked him down to 1200 HP. And we have another couple of abilities here, Missile Strike and Incendiary Bomb. Now, Incendiary Bomb is what I've decided to go for because these two are not going to survive. So if we can get an Incendiary Bomb over here, we can kill quite a few key units. These aren't part of the build really, they're just there to delay the enemy from reaching our tower. So if we can just get a few kills here with this Incendiary Bomb, we might be able to finish the battle off in this round. And I've gone for Quantum Reassembly because we've got the Phoenixes on the flank, so when they die they'll come back over here. And we've gone for Energy Shield. So it's a full-on Phoenix build basically. Now, I don't believe I've got much in terms of cash left. He's gone for a missile strike on the Phoenixes. But hey, we've got energy shields, so all it did was knock the shields off. But even if it did kill them, we've got quantum reassembly. So the hacker didn't actually manage to hack the Arclight this time because he'd upgraded. But we've got our Phoenix build well and truly underway. And he does not have electromagnetic shock. So quantum relay is just going to, hopefully, as long as the last one doesn't die. There we go. So we've took out the tower and one Phoenix stayed alive, so they're all going to respawn. Now if the rest of them can respawn before the end of the round, we'll get the extra points. We might be able to finish the battle off here. Let's have a look. Is it enough? Just enough. So, a lot of that battle was misdirection. It was a pure Phoenix build, basically. All of this nonsense here was there just to make him make decisions and not focus on what I actually wanted to do, which was a Phoenix build. If I hadn't have added this misdirection in, he would have just built to counter Phoenixes. So he would have built Wasps or Mustangs, and he would have slaughtered me if he went for Wasps and Mustangs. But because he was so busy focusing on how to deal with these two, he completely ignored the counters for the Phoenixes. You could say that the snipers and his own Phoenixes are the counter to mine, but they're not really a counter, they're a match. And because I'd pumped in supply into upgrades, they're not even a match. So it looks like he went for extended range on his Phoenixes, but shields and quantum reassembly will beat extended range. So yeah, a little bit of a short one, round 5 victory, but I thought I'd save it anyway and show it, just because it was a nice misdirection. It worked out quite well, and the opponent is a very high ranking opponent, so these type of things are quite hard to pull off against high ranking opponents because they usually see through it. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me again in the next one and we shall see what that one holds. So cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.